Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily English Lab podcast. Do you ever get that nervous feeling when you have to speak English at work? That worry that you won't find the right words for everyday situations, like greeting your boss or asking a simple question in a meeting. If you do, you're not alone. Many English learners feel that grammar lessons don't really prepare them for the fast-paced world of office conversations. But what if you could master 50 key phrases that make your daily work routine feel smooth, natural, and a lot less stressful? In this slow listening practice, we're going to learn those 50 sentences together, one by one. You'll have time to listen, process, and repeat. My name is Victor, and I'll be your guide. Let's begin. Welcome once again. I'm so glad you've decided to join me. This is a special, slow English listening practice designed to really build your confidence. Our goal today isn't to rush. It's to learn deeply. We'll explore 50 essential sentences for your workday. I'll say each sentence slowly. Then there will be a pause for you to think and repeat it out loud. After the pause, I'll say the sentence one more time. This method is often called shadowing, or listen and repeat. It's one of the most powerful ways to improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. For each sentence, I'll also give you some context, what it means, when to use it, and why it's so helpful. This will help you understand not just the words, but the culture of an English-speaking workplace. We'll break our 50 sentences into 5 sections, each covering a different part of the workday. Ready? Let's start with our first section, arriving at the office and settling in. Let's begin with the first part of the day. These are the sentences you'll use when you first get to your workplace, greet your colleagues, and get your desk ready for a productive day. Sentence 1. Our first sentence is a classic, friendly greeting. Good morning. Pause. Good morning. This is the standard professional greeting for every single day. You can say this to anyone in your office, from your closest teammate to the CEO. It's polite, warm, and sets a positive tone for the day. Using this simple phrase shows you're present, engaged, and happy to be there. Let's practice it one more time. Good morning. Sentence 2. After greeting someone, you might ask how they are. How are you doing today? Pause. How are you doing today? This is a very common and friendly way to ask about someone's well-being. It feels a little more conversational than just, "How are you?" The phrase doing today makes it specific to this morning. It's a great follow-up to good morning and opens the door for a short, friendly chat. Now, you try it. How are you doing today? Sentence 3. Here's a sentence for when you arrive and want to announce your presence to your team. I'm here. Let me just get settled in. Pause. I'm here. Let me just get settled in. This phrase is useful if you walk into a space where your colleagues are already working. I'm here is a simple announcement. Let me just get settled in politely explains that you need a moment to put your things down and turn on your computer before you're ready to talk about work. It manages expectations nicely. Let's say it together. I'm here. Let me just get settled in. Sentence 4. One of the first work-related actions of the day is often turning on your computer. I'm just going to start up my computer. I'm just going to start up my computer. Start up is a common phrasal verb we use for turning on a computer. This sentence is useful to say to a colleague who tries to talk to you the moment you arrive. It lets them know you need a minute before you can access any files or information they might need. It's a polite way to ask for a moment. Let's try it. I'm just going to start up my computer. Sentence 5. Many people need coffee or tea to start their workday. This sentence is perfect for that. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee before I start. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee before I start. Using the word grab here is very natural and informal. It just means to get something quickly. This sentence lets your colleagues know where you're going and what you're doing. It's also a great way to invite others. You could add, "Would you like one?" Let's practice it. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee before I start. Sentence 6. This is a very common sentence you'll use almost every morning at your desk. The first thing I do is check my emails. The first thing I do is check my emails. This phrase clearly communicates your first priority of the day. It shows you're organized and focused. It's a great sentence to use in casual conversation with a colleague about morning routines and helps you connect over a shared work habit. Let's say it one more time. The first thing I do is check my emails. Sentence 7. Here's a phrase for when you need to review your tasks for the day. Let me quickly look at my calendar. Let me quickly look at my calendar. This is an essential phrase for managing your time. When a colleague asks if you're free, this is the perfect response. The word quickly suggests it will only take a moment. It shows that you're organized and that you respect both your time and their time by checking your schedule before committing. Let's practice. Let me quickly look at my calendar. Sentence 8. If you have a flexible start time, or if you arrive a little later than usual, you might say this: "Sorry I'm a bit late. The traffic was terrible." Sorry I'm a bit late. The traffic was terrible. This is a polite and professional way to apologize for being late. It starts with a clear apology, "Sorry I'm a bit late," and gives a brief, common reason. The traffic was terrible. You're taking responsibility while also explaining the situation was out of your control. This is much better than walking in silently. Let's try it. Sorry I'm a bit late. The traffic was terrible. Sentence 9. This is a great question to ask a teammate to get the day started collaboratively. Is there anything urgent I need to know about from yesterday? Pause. Is there anything urgent I need to know about from yesterday? This question shows you're a responsible and proactive team member. You're asking for important updates that may have happened after you left. The word urgent is key. It helps your colleague focus on only the most critical information so you can prioritize your work. Let's say it together. Is there anything urgent I need to know about from yesterday? Sentence 11. I need to make my to-do list for the day. Pause. I need to make my to-do list for the day. Making a to-do list is a huge part of being organized. Saying this shows that you're planning your day. It's a good way to explain to a colleague why you might seem focused or quiet for a few minutes. It shows you're methodical about your work. Let's try it. I need to make my to-do list for the day. Sentence 12. This is how you might describe your main focus for the day. My main priority today is to finish the weekly report. Pause. My main priority today is to finish the weekly report. Using the phrase main priority sounds very professional. It clearly communicates your most important task to your manager or your team. This helps manage expectations and lets others know what you're working on. You can replace finish the weekly report with any task. It's a very versatile sentence. Let's practice. My main priority today is to finish the weekly report. Sentence 13. When you need to ask a colleague a quick question, this is a polite way to begin. Do you have a minute? I have a quick question. Pause. Do you have a minute? I have a quick question. Do you have a minute? I have a quick question. This is one of the most important phrases for respectful communication at work. Do you have a minute shows that you respect their time. I have a quick question lets them know you don't plan to take up much of their time. This makes it much more likely they'll say yes and be happy to help. Let's say it together. Do you have a minute? I have a quick question. Sentence 14. This phrase is for when you need to collaborate with someone. Could you please take a look at this when you have a chance? Could you please take a look at this when you have a chance? This is a very polite way to ask for feedback. Could you please is softer than can you. The phrase, when you have a chance, is key. It tells your colleague the request isn't extremely urgent and they can fit it into their own schedule. This shows you respect their priorities. Let's practice. Could you please take a look at this when you have a chance? Sentence 15. When you need to send an important email or file. I'm sending you the file now. I'm sending you the file now. This is a simple, clear, and direct sentence. It's very useful for confirming an action. After you tell someone you'll send them something, you can use this phrase to let them know the item is on its way. This avoids any confusion. Let's try. I'm sending you the file now. Sentence 16. This is a useful sentence for confirming you've received something. Got it. Thanks. I'll review it this afternoon. Got it. Thanks. I'll review it this afternoon. This is the perfect response when someone sends you a file. Got it. Thanks is a common, natural way to say, I have received it. The second part, I'll review it this afternoon, is excellent because it manages expectations. It tells the sender when you plan to look at their work so they don't have to wonder. Let's say it together. Got it. Thanks. I'll review it this afternoon. Sentence 17. If you need help from a specific person, you can use this phrase. I think I need your help with the sales data. I think I need your help with the sales data. This is a great way to ask for assistance. Starting with I think softens the request. It feels less demanding than saying, I need your help. Mentioning the specific topic, like the sales data, immediately gives the other person context so they know how to help you. It's clear and direct. Let's practice it. I think I need your help with the sales data. Sentence 18. When you are working on a shared project, you need to provide updates. I've just finished the first draft. I've just finished the first draft. This is an important update for any project. A draft is the first version of a document or report. Announcing that the first draft is complete signals a milestone. It lets your team know that the next phase, like reviewing or editing, can begin. It's a proactive way to communicate your progress. Let's try it. I've just finished the first draft. Sentence 19. This sentence is for when you need to focus without interruptions. I need to focus on this for a little while. I need to focus on this for a little while. In a busy office, it can be hard to find time for deep work. This sentence is a polite way to let people know you need some uninterrupted time. You're not being rude, you're just stating your need to concentrate. Sometimes people put on headphones as a visual signal to go along with this. Let's say it together. I need to focus on this for a little while. Sentence 20. A positive phrase to offer your assistance to a colleague. Let me know if you need anything from me. Let me know if you need anything from me. This is a wonderful, supportive phrase to use with your teammates. It shows that you're a team player and are willing to help. You can say this at the end of a conversation or after you've given someone a piece of work. It keeps the door open for future collaboration and builds good relationships. Let's practice. Let me know if you need anything from me. We're now halfway through our 50 sentences, and you are doing an amazing job. Learning a new language, especially the specific language of a workplace, takes time. The fact that you're here, listening and repeating, really shows your dedication. If you're finding this practice helpful, please take a moment to press that like button. It helps our community grow and lets me know you're enjoying the lesson. Remember, every sentence you learn is a new tool for your professional life. Keep going. You've already accomplished so much. Let's continue with our next section. Section 3. During meetings and discussions. Meetings are a huge part of office life, so it's important to have the right phrases to participate with confidence. This section will cover sentences you can use before, during, and after a meeting. Sentence 21. When you need to arrange a meeting with your colleagues. Let's schedule a meeting to discuss this further. Pause. Let's schedule a meeting to discuss this further. This is a key phrase for moving a conversation forward. When an email chain or a quick chat gets too complicated, this sentence proposes a more structured discussion. Schedule a meeting is the professional term, and to discuss this further clearly states the purpose. It's an efficient way to handle complex topics. Let's try it. Let's schedule a meeting to discuss this further. Sentence 22. A simple question to ask just before a meeting starts. Are we waiting for anyone else? Pause. Are we waiting for anyone else? This is a polite and practical question. If you're in a meeting room and the start time has arrived but not everyone is there, this checks if the group should begin or wait. It's much better than starting without key people or just sitting in silence. It shows you're mindful of everyone's time. Let's practice. Are we waiting for anyone else? Sentence 23. This is a great way to begin a meeting that you are leading. Okay, let's get started. The purpose of this meeting is... Pause. Okay, let's get started. The purpose of this meeting is... This is a strong opening for any meeting. Okay, let's get started is a clear signal to begin. The second part is critical. The purpose of this meeting is... It immediately focuses everyone on the goal, which helps keep the discussion on track and makes the meeting more productive. Let's say it together. Okay, let's get started. The purpose of this meeting is... Sentence 24. How you can politely share your opinion during a discussion. From my perspective, we should focus on quality first. Pause. From my perspective, we should focus on quality first. Starting with "from my perspective" is a professional and non-confrontational way to state your opinion. It clarifies that this is your viewpoint, which might be different from others. It's softer than saying "I think" or "we must," and it invites discussion rather than shutting it down. You can replace the second half with any opinion you have. Let's practice it. From my perspective, we should focus on quality first. Sentence 25. When you don't understand something and need it explained again. I'm sorry, could you please explain that again? Pause. I'm sorry, could you please explain that again? It is always okay to ask for clarification. This is the perfect way to do it politely. I'm sorry softens the interruption, and could you please explain that again is a respectful request. It shows you're paying attention and want to understand fully, which is a very positive thing. Never be afraid to use this. Let's try it. I'm sorry, could you please explain that again? Sentence 26. This is how you can politely interrupt if you have an important point. If I could just jump in for a moment. Pause. If I could just jump in for a moment.
Interrupting can be tricky, but sometimes it's necessary. This phrase is the most polite way to do it. If I could just jump in acknowledges that you're interrupting, but signals you have something important to add. It's a very common phrase in business meetings. After you say this, state your point quickly. Let's say it together. If I could just jump in for a moment. Sentence 27. When you agree with what a colleague has said. I agree with you on that point. Pause. I agree with you on that point. Expressing agreement is just as important as sharing your own opinion. This sentence clearly shows your support for a colleague's idea. On that point makes your agreement specific. This helps build consensus in a meeting and shows that you're actively listening. It's great for building a positive team dynamic. Let's practice. I agree with you on that point. Sentence 28. When you need to make sure everyone understands the next steps. So, to summarize the action items. Pause. So, to summarize the action items. Action items are the specific tasks that need to be done after a meeting. This phrase is incredibly useful at the end of a discussion to clarify who is responsible for what. By summarizing these tasks, you make sure everyone leaves with the same understanding, which prevents confusion later. This shows great leadership. Let's try it. So, to summarize the action items. Sentence 30. A phrase for when a discussion is going off topic. Let's circle back to the main agenda item. Pause. Let's circle back to the main agenda item. To circle back means to return to a previous topic. This is a gentle and professional way to guide a conversation back on track when it starts to drift. It's not confrontational. It simply reminds everyone of the original purpose of the meeting, which helps make sure everyone's time is used well. Let's say it together. Let's circle back to the main agenda item. Sentence 30. A simple sentence to wrap up a meeting. I think we've covered everything for today. Pause. I think we've covered everything for today. This is a clear and effective way to signal that a meeting is ending. It gives others a final chance to add any last points. If no one speaks up, you know the meeting can be concluded. It provides a soft landing and helps end the meeting on an organized note. Let's practice this final sentence for our meeting section. I think we've covered everything for today. Every workday has challenges and also requires moments to rest and recharge. This section focuses on sentences for taking breaks, dealing with problems, and asking for or offering support. Sentence 31. A common and friendly way to announce you're heading out for lunch. I'm heading out for lunch now. Pause. I'm heading out for lunch now. Heading out is a casual and natural phrasal verb that means to leave. This sentence just informs your team that you'll be away from your desk for a bit. It's a considerate thing to do so they know not to look for you. It can also be a subtle invitation for others to join. Let's try it. I'm heading out for lunch now. Sentence 32. When you want to invite a colleague to join you for a break. Does anyone want to grab a quick coffee? Pause. Does anyone want to grab a quick coffee?
Taking short breaks with colleagues is great for team bonding. This is a friendly and informal way to invite people. Grab a quick coffee suggests a short, casual break. This kind of invitation can help build stronger relationships with the people you work with. Let's say it together. Does anyone want to grab a quick coffee? Sentence 33. A phrase you can use when you return from your break. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Okay, I'm back announces your return. What did I miss is a friendly way to ask if anything important happened while you were away. It shows you want to stay in the loop and are ready to get back to work. It's best used after a short break, like getting coffee. Let's practice. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Sentence 34. When you encounter an unexpected problem. We've run into an issue with the software. We've run into an issue with the software. To run into an issue is a common idiom that means to encounter a problem you weren't expecting. It's a professional way to state that something has gone wrong, and it sounds less alarming than saying there's a huge problem. This sentence clearly identifies the situation so you can start discussing a solution. Let's practice it. We've run into an issue with the software. Sentence 35. When you are trying to figure out the cause of a problem. Let's try to figure out what went wrong. Let's try to figure out what went wrong. This is a proactive, solution-focused sentence. Figure out means to understand or find an answer. This phrase encourages a collaborative approach to problem solving. Instead of placing blame, it focuses the team on understanding the root cause, which is the first step to fixing it. Let's try it. Let's try to figure out what went wrong. Sentence 36. A phrase for when you need a short break from a difficult task. I need to take a short break from this. I need to take a short break from this. Sometimes staring at a problem for too long isn't productive. This is a healthy way to communicate that you need to step away for a few minutes to clear your head. It shows self-awareness. Taking a short break often helps you come back with a fresh perspective and find the solution. Let's say it together. I need to take a short break from this. Sentence 37. When you have an idea for a solution. I have an idea that might work. I have an idea that might work. This is a great way to introduce a potential solution. Saying it might work is a humble and open way to present your idea. It suggests you're not 100% certain, which invites others to give feedback and build on your idea. It encourages collaboration in finding the best possible answer. Let's practice. I have an idea that might work. Sentence 38. When you need to report progress on a problem. I'm working on a solution right now. I'm working on a solution right now. When your manager or a colleague asks for an update on an issue, this is a perfect response. It communicates that you are actively trying to fix the problem. It's reassuring and shows that you've taken ownership of the situation, letting them know the issue is being handled. Let's try it. I'm working on a solution right now. Sentence 39. A sentence to ask for a deadline extension if you need one. Do you think we could have a bit more time for this? Do you think we could have a bit more time for this?
Asking for more time can be tough, but this phrase does it very politely. Do you think we could is a soft, indirect way to make the request. A bit more time sounds more reasonable than asking for a long extension. It's important to ask this as soon as you realize you might need it, not at the last minute. Let's say it together. Do you think we could have a bit more time for this? Sentence 40. A positive phrase after a problem has been solved. Great! It looks like everything is back on track. Great! It looks like everything is back on track. This is a wonderful sentence to announce that a problem is resolved and work can continue as normal. Back on track is an idiom that means returning to the original plan.
It provides closure to the problem and boosts team morale by signaling a return to productivity. Let's practice. Great. It looks like everything is back on track. We've finally reached the end of the workday. This last section covers sentences you'll use to wrap up your work, communicate your departure, and wish your colleagues a good evening. Sentence 41. A phrase to signal you're starting to finish your work for the day. I'm just going to wrap up a few things. I'm just going to wrap up a few things. To wrap up just means to finish or complete something. This is a very common phrase to use in the last 15 to 30 minutes of your workday. It signals to your colleagues that you're preparing to leave soon, but are still completing your final tasks. It's a smooth transition from working to leaving. Let's try it. I'm just going to wrap up a few things. Sentence 42. A final check-in with your team before you leave. Is there anything else you need from me before I go? Is there anything else you need from me before I go? This is an incredibly considerate and professional sentence. It shows you're thinking about the team's needs, not just your own. It gives colleagues one last chance to ask for something before you're unavailable. This can prevent delays for the next morning and shows you're a responsible team player. Let's say it together. Is there anything else you need from me before I go? Sentence 43. When you are tidying your workspace at the end of the day, let me just clean up my desk. Let me just clean up my desk. This is a simple sentence describing a common end-of-day routine. Keeping your workspace clean is a sign of professionalism and respect for the shared office. Saying this can also signal to others that you are truly in the final moments of your workday. Let's practice it. Let me just clean up my desk. Sentence 44. A sentence to confirm your work plan for the next day. I'll finish this first thing in the morning. I'll finish this first thing in the morning. This is the perfect way to communicate your plan for it if you have an unfinished task. First thing in the morning is a common expression for the very beginning of the next workday. It reassures your manager or team that the task is a top priority and will be completed soon. It shows good planning. Let's try it. I'll finish this first thing in the morning. Sentence 45. A simple and friendly statement announcing you're leaving. All right, everyone, I'm heading off now. All right, everyone, I'm heading off now. Similar to heading out for lunch, heading off is a natural way to say you're leaving for the day. Saying everyone is a friendly way to get the attention of your nearby colleagues. It's a clear signal that your workday is over. Let's say it together. All right, everyone, I'm heading off now. Sentence 46. The most common farewell at the end of the workday. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. This is the standard, polite, and professional way to say goodbye. It's warm and respectful. You can say this to anyone, and it's always appropriate. It's a simple phrase, but using it consistently shows good manners. Let's practice it. Have a good evening. Sentence 47. A more informal farewell, often used with closer colleagues. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. This is a friendly and common way to say goodbye. It implies you'll see the person the next day.
It's slightly more casual than "have a good evening," but it's perfectly fine in most office environments and helps build a friendly atmosphere with your team. Let's try it. See you tomorrow. Sentence 48. What to say on a Friday afternoon? Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. This is the essential phrase for the end of the work week. You say this on a Friday to wish your colleagues a pleasant weekend. It's a very common and positive social ritual in the workplace that shows you're sharing in the collective excitement for the break. Let's say it together. Have a great weekend. Sentence 49. What to say on a Friday afternoon? It was a productive day. It was a productive day. You can say this to a colleague as you are both leaving. It's a positive way to reflect on the day's accomplishments. Sharing this feeling can be a nice bonding moment. It shows you feel good about your contribution and helps end the day on a high note. Let's practice. It was a productive day. Sentence 50. Our final sentence is about logging off for the day. I'm logging off for the day. Talk to you tomorrow. I'm logging off for the day. Talk to you tomorrow. This is very common, especially for remote workers, but it's used in offices too. Logging off refers to signing out of your computer systems. It's a definitive final action. The second part, talk to you tomorrow, is a friendly and forward-looking closing. It's a perfect, modern way to end your professional day. Let's practice our final sentence. I'm logging off for the day. Talk to you tomorrow. Congratulations! You have just practiced 50 essential sentences for the workplace. You've listened, repeated, and learned the context behind each one. This is a huge step forward in your journey to English fluency. Remember, the key to confidence isn't knowing every single word in the English language. It's about mastering the phrases you'll actually use day in and day out. Consistent, slow, and deliberate practice, just like we did today, is how you build real, lasting skill. It's how you turn knowledge into confidence. Come back to this video anytime you need a refresher. Practice these sentences until they feel natural for you to say. You absolutely have the ability to become a confident and fluent English speaker at work. Thank you so much for learning with me, Victor, today. If you found this slow listening practice valuable, please subscribe to our channel for more lessons just like this one. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new practice session. Now, I have a question for you. Please leave a comment below and tell me, what is one workplace situation where you would like to feel more confident speaking English? Your answers will help me create the next lesson for you. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.